The following episode is sponsored by Tiny Drink Umbrellas. Keep your water dry.
Good evening, Little Mushroom. We are in the middle of the worst weather disaster since the devastating rainbow outbreak last year. They're calling it Hurricane Jesus, and it has traveled thousands of miles across land to wreak havoc on our little town. Dermatologist Enrique Pimples explains.
See, you gotta use the cream every day, or the acne could spread to your lungs.
Guys, I'm very sorry. That was the wrong tape. Okay, here's a meteorologist Christian Jello shots.
Since there are no oceans bordering Little Mushroom, Hurricane Jesus must have traveled thousands of miles across the dry land to reach our town. It's almost like we were targeted, eh?
It's that statement that has some people calling for war against Mother Nature. Representatives from Mother Nature had no comment. And of course, we have heard so many of your horrific hurricane stories, which we would like to now spotlight a few. Now, please keep in mind that some of these stories are graphic and may offend, but the truth often does. A Barbie doll brought to life by voodoo magic says she was outside in her garden when Hurricane Jesus crucified her beloved rosebush.
I was outside watering my plants when the hurricane came storming through. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. I was lucky it didn't destroy my entire dream house.
The doll has sought shelter at the new Barbie YMCA playset by Mattel. Self-identified illegal immigrant Julio Hernandez says he was watching a sports game in his man cave when the hurricane hit.
I was lucky as hell to be inside a cave during this whole thing. I mean, that's like the safest place a person could be, yeah.
Julio's man cave was recently named one of America's top registered national parks. All upcoming tours of the cave have been canceled due to the hurricane. Bullwinkle Covington was eating a 300-year-old piece of pie when his doorbell rang, and it was Mother Nature.
I answered the door, man, and the wind nearly blew a hole in my chest. I'm just lucky to be alive.
Bullwinkle later clarified that he was lucky to be alive from ingesting such an ancient dessert. He was hospitalized for 3 days due to severe food poisoning.
Weather.
Hello, I am the weatherman, and I am so sorry. I have to say, before Hurricane Jesus hit, I was not a believer. I never saw this storm coming, and then it hit. It was my job to protect people from Mother Nature, and I failed. I don't deserve to stand in front of a screen and point at green blobs. I don't deserve to hunt tornadoes out of season with a shotgun and hang their tails over my fireplace. But I especially don't deserve your trust. Little Mushroom, I am sorry.
Hello, Little Mushroom. Dylan Jungle here. We're having some technical difficulties, so please stand by. Hey guys, Dylan Jungle here. Coming soon from Big Tobacco Records is the next smash hit from music superstar Lil Dick, Size Doesn't Matter, featuring the songs I'm a Slave, parentheses for Black Dick.
I'm a slave for black dick.
Catch My Snowflake on Your Tongue, parentheses, P.S. That's not snow. You gotta treat your skanky ass bitch hoe like a lady.
You gotta treat your bitch asshole like a lady.
Picture, cover of the Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow song, a duet with female singer Opera T.I.T. Suck My Cock, parentheses, Roach.
Suck my cock, roach.
Oh God, why'd you shoot me? I would have sucked your cock, Roach. But I just said no because I thought you said suck your cock. All right, I get it. We both jumped the gun. No pun intended, but I said no because you thought you could cock. You didn't have to shoot that fast, but if I waited, I would have said yes because I'll suck a cockroach instead of getting shot. I don't want to suck your cock. I mean, if it was bigger, I would.
And many more. Album in stores now. And don't miss Lil Dick make his network television debut on the brand new sitcom, Dick. TV Guide calls it The Cosby Show, but with bleeps and censors. Time Magazine refused to watch. Us Weekly gave it 3 out of 4 stars, declaring, Lil Dick has a real hit on his hands. Now, if only he would stop hitting women with his hands. Dick premieres on Channel 6 this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for what just happened with our weatherman a few moments ago. As you may have heard, our weatherman shot himself live on air after failing to predict the hurricane that hit our town just yesterday. Suicide is never the answer, and there are many reasons why it's not. But the most important one is if you kill yourself, what is to happen to all of the video games that you have on pre-order? If you're feeling sad, here's my advice. Get some help. Try this cheat code. BX start square, L1 R2 down. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Flood Giggles, and I approve this message.
Tom Dashhammer is not who you think he is. During his school years, he put a thumbtack on his teacher's chair every day. Tom once gave his teacher an apple with a worm in it. Tom Dashhammer once cut in line during recess. But worst of all, Tom Dashhammer once killed a pregnant mother and her unborn child during a drunk driving accident. Does this sound like a man who could be your mayor? Paid for by a generous donation from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hurricane Jesus wasn't the only thing to happen in Little Mushroom this week. Forbes 500 company, the Omnicrap Corporation, announced plans to move its headquarters to Little Mushroom before the end of the fiscal year. Omnicrap CEO Richard Blood detailed the plan during a press conference yesterday.
With our home being overrun with trash and litter, we have no choice but to move and leave for the town of Little Mushroom. Our presence will no doubt lead to the Little Mushroom becoming one of the most financially secure towns in America. We will make money at any expense, except for money.
Omnicrap has a reputation of producing more pollution than profits. This move will, however, create over 100 new jobs, mostly low-wage positions that involve consuming pollution to keep it from escaping into the environment. You can apply in person or online at omnicrap.com.
Billy Cheesecake, back with you. Unfortunately, due to Hurricane Jesus, the obituaries this week are a little longer than usual, so please take a moment of your day to remember the following people who lost their lives. Jessica Toyota, 30, died Thursday when the hurricane blew through her neighborhood and launched her into deep space. She is survived by her 2 houseplants, who are now living with their father, a coconut tree. Mundane Gibson, 88, passed away Friday when his roof collapsed on him while watching an episode of CSI Miami. He had almost seen the entire series. A bird, aged 1, was obliterated on the highway this morning by a car driven by Donald Sticks. Donald told a sea of reporters that he was, quote, running late for work. Goofball Anderson, 13, died from shock Tuesday after receiving a PlayStation 4 for his birthday. He never expected his parents to get him such a cool gift. For the entire list of obituaries, please visit our website, www.littlemushroomnews.com.
Hey, Little Mushroom, this is Traffic Guy, and I've got your traffic report for you. Most roads are still closed due to the flooding caused by Hurricane Jesus. Crews are working around the clock to drain the streets by drinking the water using straws. The Hemorrhoid Straw Company generously donated thousands of straws to the town of Little Mushroom after learning of the devastation caused by Hurricane Jesus. Roads are expected to be cleared within the next couple of days, but until then, just use your best judgment when traveling outside of your home.
Hello, Little Mushroom. This is Tom Dashhammer, and I'm here to speak to you directly, one-on-one. There are many things wrong with my opponent, Flood Giggles. As you well know, he was born with a naughty butthole. Now, I'm all for tolerance, except when it involves the butthole. We cannot let a man whose butthole dangles like a Christmas tree ornament become the first mayor of Little Mushroom. We would be the laughingstock of the entire world. Not only that, but my opponent Flood Giggles is rumored to be dating a helium balloon. That's right, I said a helium balloon. Like I said, I'm all for tolerance, except when it comes to dating a balloon. That crosses a line that God never intended for us to cross. I just said the words God and cross in the same sentence without referring to the crucifixion. Can Flood Giggles do that? I doubt it.
This advertisement was paid for by using profits from the sale of stolen zebra stripes.
Sports! Hey everybody, Nike Under Armour here, ready to talk about sports. Roy the Jobber Barons defeated Punches Impossible Saturday night at the big motherfucking fights event to retain the world championship. But it wasn't exactly a fair fight. Moments before the match, Punch's father, Booze Fearsome, showed up and threw hot coffee into his son's face. Even though Punches Impossible was blinded, he came close to winning, but he couldn't overcome 3,000 left hooks to the temple. I caught up with Punches after the fight, and he was not happy at all.
I tried way too hard to lose like that. I swear to God someone's gonna pay. Blue Smashing does the water thumper from Twisted Metal too?
Roy the Jobber, on the other hand, denied having anything to do with Booze Fearsome's actions.
I had nothing to do with what that old man did. Now, excuse me, I have somewhere to be.
Roy the Jobber and Booze Fearsome were seen leaving the Trojan Condoms Coliseum holding hands. And at one point, Roy's hand was on Booze's butt. Punches Impossible was rushed to the hospital, where he was treated for extreme brain damage as well as a scraped knee.
Hello, everybody. Dylan Jungle back with you, and our guest in the studio today is one of the candidates for mayor, Mr. Flood Giggles. Flood, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Dylan. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, Flood, to begin, I'd like you to address a couple rumors circulating around yourself. First, can you tell us about your relationship with the helium balloon?
Well, she has a name, and it's Get Well Soon. But I don't see how mine and Git's relationship has anything to do with the election.
No, you're right. It doesn't. It's just the people of Little Mushroom are interested in how you met and ended up falling in love with a balloon.
Okay. Look, I was in the hospital once for a long time. My brother came to visit and left this balloon for me. We began to talk and found out we had a lot in common. And we fell in love, we started a family, and now we have a beautiful son, a water balloon named Charlie.
Flood, I'm a little confused, but I'm going to move on.
Actually, I enjoy talking about my family. Charlie's a spitting image of his mother, but he's got my high cheekbones. His dream is to play quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and I tell you what, Dylan, I think he's got the determination to do it.
Flood, if we could move on. I'd like to now ask your thoughts on a potential war with Mother Nature.
That is a complicated issue, and I'm never one to rush into a war and put our soldiers' lives at risk.
Flood, current polls show that a war with Mother Nature is unfavorable to most Little Mushroomians, yet another unprovoked attack could swing things in the opposite direction. Could another attack sway your view?
We're talking about the weather, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Then yes, if another severe weather storm hits Little Mushroom, then I think we should ready our city for war.
Your opponent, Tom Dashhammer, has made your Audi butthole the main focus of his negative smear campaign towards you. First, is it true? And second, how do you respond?
Yes, it is true I have an Audi butthole. But shouldn't a man be judged not on the size of his butthole, but on the content of his character?
Flood, is it true that it hangs down past your knees?
I have to tuck it into my socks.
Now, Flood, what is your opinion of Tom Dashhammer? He's scheduled to be on the show next week, and I plan to ask him the same question about yourself.
I think he's a decent man, but his heart is as black as my lungs.
Flood, you've lived in Little Mushroom a long time. Do you have a favorite spot in the city?
I really enjoy Noob's Diner, a little restaurant on the West End. They serve a stack of pancakes so high that it reaches the Earth's thermosphere.
I agree with you there. Atmospheric pancakes are the best.
My girlfriend Get enjoys their helium milkshakes.
Well, Flood, thank you for joining us today, and good luck on the election in a few weeks.
Thank you. Hey, I just remembered that today's my mother's birthday.
Feeling tired? Falling asleep at the wheel? Are you feeling tired again? Well, why would you buy 5-hour energy drink when you can buy 5 hours and 1 second energy drink? Why do anything? You're a smart person, so make a smart decision. 5 hours and 1 second energy drink. The clock is ticking. Ah!
Good day, Little Mushroom. Dr. Mail here with your medical tip of the day. About 1/3 of men lose their baby penis when going through puberty. That's right, it just falls off. Their adult penis usually grows in fully by age 16. A man may make it grow an extra inch or 2 by eating a lot of penis-shaped foods during this time. Carrots, bananas, pine cones, Anything that resembles a penis can be eaten to increase the size. The bigger the better. My mother, she kept my baby penis in a Ziploc bag and shows it to every girl that I introduce to her. Anyway, I'm late for an open heart surgery. Like very late. I'm talking months. See you next time.
Hollywood megastar Murray Tampon will film his next movie in Little Mushroom, a modernized retelling of Fahrenheit 9/11. Mr. Tampon will play Michael Moore, but also write and direct the picture. He has big plans for the movie and says it will be the next big summer blockbuster.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this movie. I want to somehow fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but also make it a viable candidate during awards season.
Murray Tampon has been a box office sensation for years, with each of his last 5 pictures grossing over $1 billion. Crippled Aliens in 2009, A Pimple on My Heart in 2010, A Topless Love Story in 2011, Crippled Aliens 2 in 2012, and A Literal Thirst for Blood just last year. Now, it looks like nothing will slow Murray Tampon down, as he also has films in development about the